Sin and Thea. Santiago and Winter. Santiago, the former gang lord, sitting up on his throne, being able to get just what he wanted, having people addressing him as Sir, and then quickly falling when he was overtaken by dark visions, leaving him pissing himself in front of his lieutenants. And one of his closest people was Risha, who was now taken over his gang and his position, having to scramble everyone to fall in line. And Santiago is now feeling a bitter hate and quite a bit of jealousy towards this person. But the visions didn't let go of him, and he has not been able to find his way back up. Instead, they drew him along with Winter, the, supposed artist who was trying so hard to make it in New York City but fell into drug addiction and hopelessness. Together they were drawn to Central Park by their friend Matthias, who said he knew about their visions and nightmares. And there, they slowly started to remember their real names, Sin and Thea. And so, they realized that they were in danger, all of them. And they started to try and unravel what's really going on. You have found out that 3 other people have been murdered, and you think that they are connected to you and what's about to happen to you. Your police contact, Sin, whose name is Bob, or, well, you call him that at least, has provided you with a few documents from the police about these murders, and these are currently in your hands as you are walking through the J. Hood Wright Park. They don't all make sense. Well, nothing about this really makes sense, but there are some things that stand out in particular. It's a bit hard to concentrate here on the early November morning of the 16th of November 2022, as the wind has started to pick up again and wants to hold on to the papers. And your supposed sister, Thea, is dancing in front of you. She suddenly turned very, happy and almost euphoric, as if she just realized or remembered something. And you're not sure, but did you see her take something out of the corner of your eye? You're not sure. What is going through your mind as you're walking through the park on this early morning? Rush hour is hitting around you and traffic is making noises.
I'm irritated, confused, angry, but I don't know. Something about Fia just dancing around seems funny. I used to find her funny. I used to care about her once before I moved on. But it's fucking weird now because it feels... these weird memories I'm starting to have. It's making me think that she really is my sister. Even though she's not. I don't know, but whatever. She just looks funny right now, even though I know it's stupid. It's kind of makes me laugh a little. Just for a second, though, because we need to focus. I need to find this guy. He's the key, right? I get it now. I don't care about fucking murders, but I care about finding this man and killing him. If I kill him, it will solve everything. That has to be. That's the answer. That's the answer. Kill him, then go back and kill my fucking second in command. He's gonna... And then take everything back. And then Fia, she can do whatever she wants, but, it's all good. It's all good. I just need to focus on where we're going. Hey, Fia, don't dance in traffic. Where's this place again?
Oh, we're going to find it. It's, I can hardly even remember. No, it's this way. Just, come on, let's keep on going. It's all so beautiful.
Yeah, and it is beautiful, Thea. You found yourself in this little park here, And he's sure that there should be some way through here. You know, if you get out to Broadway, you can just follow it all the way down south, all the way down to southeast Manhattan, somewhere. You know, somewhere where the redwood tree grows. You're sure that's what you passed by when you saw him last. And as we start this session, is there any advantage or disadvantage that we should roll for at the start of session? I think perhaps Sixth Sense as that trigger.
I will roll Soul. 17. Which means I have 3 options that are usable at any time during the session.
Your senses are sharp as a prowling cat. Even though they are experiencing a lot of nice colors and visions right now. It's not cold at all.
I choose to believe that is the reason for it. It's the drugs. It helps me. It helps me cope with everything. It helps me solve things. Yeah, it's great. I was thinking about stopping, but I should never stop. I should just keep riding this wave.
It's like it's part of you. It's part of who you are. This is what brings out the real you. And you feel something in your hand. Oh, you've pulled out the red leaf that Matthias gave you. It's so incredibly shiny and the veins are so intricate. It's like something you've never seen before. You see a person just by one of the trees. It looks like he's observing one of the trees, and it's like almost like you want to show it to him. He looks like some kind of scientist guy. He knows about trees, probably.
Yeah, and maybe he could tell me what it is. Hey, excuse me, you look like you know trees.
Yeah. How do you know? He looks a bit embarrassed and flattered at the same time. He's correcting his glasses, and he's wearing a long coat. It's almost like a lab coat, like he wants to look like a scientist this early morning.
And I'm pulled up the leaf, and I'm showing it really close to his face, way too close, actually, really just, hey, this one. I haven't seen a leaf like this before. Have you?
Yeah, that's just it is, and he looks first as very dismissive, and then he starts looking at it closer. Well, I was gonna say it was an oak leaf, but no, I've never seen anything like this. Hang on, what is? And he starts looking at it really closely. No, this shouldn't be, he says, and he pulls out his phone and starts taking photos of it. And as it does that, it's something about that mundane act that you just feel it's sapping the life out of it. It draws away the magic. He's gonna kill your leaf.
No pictures. No, I just wanted to know, and I kind of pull it away. But do you know what it is?
And he looks at the photos and strange. It looked different when I held it in my hand. No, I'm gonna have a look at this. I'm gonna show some friends. Okay? Can I have your number in case I can share it with you?
Sure. I'll write down my number. I don't know if it's gonna be accurate or not, but I'll certainly attempt to write it down. I would love to know more about this leaf. It's incredibly important, and it's so beautiful.
It is. And as you take it and you spin around and you put your foot down, you notice that when you put your foot down, it's like something is walking under you. You like hear a bass thud in the ground, as if something put their foot up, but beneath you, just as you put your foot down. It's really fun.
This is so strange. This is really strange.
It is. And as you keep moving and dancing, you notice this. There's something is walking under you. And it's like the ground is moving slightly as you move. There's something under there.
I put my ear down to the ground and I want to listen, and now I hear who's down there. And hello?
Sin, you see her. You get caught up in the reports for a little bit as you stop. Because obviously she's the one leading the way. now, and she shows someone the leaf, and he's taking a photo of it, and it's a bit random, but you are trying to get maybe an idea of what's going on here. Or what are you doing? What would you like to do with this little bit of time?
I put the papers away, walk over to Fia, give this guy the evil eye until he goes, and then I grab her and pull her up. Fia, no, Fia, focus. Going to, I don't know, you said some place, Elysium. We don't have time for listening to the underground.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. We have more important places to be. The Elysian Fields. Elysian Fields.
That's right. You lead the way. I don't know where we're going. You said someone there can help, and then we're gonna get all this sorted, and then you can dance and listen to leaves, and it's gonna be great. Yeah.
Yeah, we could dance together then. Huh?
And your car is not too far from here, actually, the place where you live. As you look down at the reports, you can see that this person, the murderer, has been sighted in the Hudson Heights, not too far where you actually keep your car. It's a little bit unnerving, but not sure how far you're supposed to be going.
I'll put the papers away for now. I'll think about them later. I'm not really a reader. I don't really get all that stuff. All I know is she needs to go somewhere, and there's something else, some more information. I'll think about how to get this fucker later on, but at this point, unless I get another lead, I just wish I knew where he was, that we can just go and fucking knife him.
Maybe there's something to find out there in the reports and the patterns, how he has moved, or more about what he is and what he actually does. The thing is that you had this vision when you first read the news article about one of the murders. Yes, the third one, the most recent one. You had a vision of being that person and being killed almost. If you could just induce that again, maybe with the others, maybe then you can find out what happened, but you were in such a shocked state back then. That was just after everything else had happened with Matthias. How can you force this back on you? Maybe through pain, maybe through substances, or maybe something else. It's like now you're just in this semi-frustrated, cold state instead.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to do something to focus. Something sharp, like, I don't know, bucket of cold water or something. Maybe that would help.
Maybe. There's a little pond in the park, but you're not sure if dipping your head would do the trick.
Anyway, come on, Faye, let's go. Find this person, and then we gotta... my car's nearby. We can go there and read stuff.
Yeah, that would help. It would get us there quicker. Let's go.
As you keep moving, Thea, you still have this sensation. It's really fun. It's like every step you take, something is walking under you and taking another step. And every time you stop, it's like the thing takes an extra step and is not ready for you to stop. So you hear bum, bum, thud under you. And then as you stop, there's a thud again in front of you. And sometimes it's like the leaves rustle a bit where you stop. And that step moves on. At one point, a flock of pigeons is scared away. Apparently they hear the sound as well. And as you keep doing this little game, the thuds become stronger and stronger, and each time you stop, something stronger happens. And you start walking up the road. Now, Sin is starting to lead the way to get closer to his car. So you're lagging slightly behind. As you see this, there's... this time, thud, thud, thud. You stop, and there's cracks coming in front of you. It's like these steps are getting harder and harder. It's almost a bit scary, but it's also very fun. What do you do about this?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit worried at the same time, because I don't think I've had this sensation before. I start to wonder is this the drugs doing this, or is there something else happening here? What is doing all this? And I just continue trying to lead on as quickly as possible. We need to get to the Elysian Fields before something catches up with us, whatever it is.
Yeah, as long as you don't stop, it's okay. It's just when you stop that these extra cracks show up. So you just try and keep the rhythm going, and it doesn't take you too long to head a few streets north and turn into the side street where you, Santiago, you keep your car. And there it is. First, looking around, everything seems normal. No one's been here, nothing's been done to it. You should be fine if you just want to get in and get out of this place.
Yeah, but then I'm a bit confused. Why am I leading the way? I turn around and say, wait, Fiat, you do know where we're going, right? This Elysian Fields place. I don't know where it is. You said you knew.
Oh, yeah. I know where it is.
Well, where is it?
Oh, it's by the big redwood tree.
Which is?
The redwood tree, it's in... And I just try to jog my mind.
It's somewhere South Manhattan, maybe Chinatown or something. You're not sure. You see it when you get there. It's a redwood tree. You can't miss it. It's like even among skyscrapers, you see a redwood tree. And you have you know redwoods. Everybody knows what a redwood tree is. It's a huge freaking tree, and you've heard of this too. Sin, you know that there's a really big tree in like the Brooklyn Heights, just not too far from Southeast Manhattan. I don't know if that's the one she means. It's about like 5 hours if you were gonna walk, so it's a good thing you got your car anyway.
Yeah, okay, I get it. We need to get in the car. All right, we'll drive there then. Okay, we'll drive. That's my car. I drive the car, get in the back, and I will go over to my car. For a moment, I'm very tense. I just look around, making sure no one is observing us or about to jump me from a bush or a drive-by shooting. They happen, you know. And just make sure I'm okay before I get in my car.
Why don't you roll to observe the situation?
17. I will ask my 2 questions. The first question will be, what is being hidden from me? Look around. Is anything being hidden from me? Am I being pursued?
It doesn't look like anyone has followed you. You're in on a side street and you just pause for a bit just to see if anything comes by any of the corners. No one's there. But you are near places where some people have seen you. You're pretty sure that only your closest person, Goya, knows where you actually usually keep your car. So you can't help but look across the street and there's 2 people standing there chatting idly. You're not sure you recognize them. Not the guy looking towards you, but the other guy is kind of looking pointedly, not at you, but at the other guy who's kind of sending the odd glances towards you.
I don't like that at all. What's my best way through this? I want to make sure these guys are gone, or that we get out of here quickly and they don't notice us or follow us. Don't trust them. Could be anyone.
They seem to be on foot. You don't see that they're having a car around. You could probably just get in and get out. You could probably just do that. Yeah. But if you want to find out who it is, you're going to have to get a bit closer, that other guy.
No, that's dangerous. We haven't got time for that. I'm going to quickly motion to Thea, like, just get in the back, quick. Get in the front seat, get ready to drive off.
And I follow the instructions. I want to get to where we're going as quickly as possible, after all.
Good. Yeah. You get in the car, and you see the guy who was looking towards you is kind of giving a nod, because you see them now. You're onto them. And then the man turns, the one with his back towards you. You recognize the man as Dashon. He was once part of your gang, but he had back-talked you, called you a liar and a rat. You remember closing in on him at a street corner where he was hanging out with his friends. And you did see the terror in his eyes when you crossed the road back then. You gave him a murderous gaze, so intimidating that he had to lower his eyes. He knew what was coming, the price to pay for challenging you. Instead of taking it as a man, he turned and ran. You remember that well as you close the car, start the engine. You remember chasing him through the alleys, how strong you felt, so potent, tireless. The city was your jungle, you were at the top of the food chain. his fear filled you with murderous ecstasy. You could catch up with him whenever you wanted, but you didn't want this to end too soon. You howled and laughed, taunted him as he stumbled. Deshawn was so clumsy and weak, and the fool started to run home to the small apartment that he shared with his sister and mother. He started to rummage around in the closet for his gun when you kicked in the door. He was shaking so badly when he tried to put in the mag, you could take your time to calmly walk up to him. You knocked the gun away. You broke his arm. And then you beat him up in front of his screaming family. He pissed himself in fear. You didn't need to kill them. Everyone on the street would know what happened that night, and now you see him again. And he seems to be doing better than you. You see the golden chains clinking at his chest. You see his eyes turning, looking at you with murderous intent, along with a bit of satisfaction. And I'd like you to roll for jealousy.
I roll an 8.
All right. Well, tell me what fills your mind as you see his sly eyes look at you now.
Annoyance. Anger. Rising anger. Look at him there, looking at me as if I'm the one who's weak. The whole point is he was the one who was weak. I wouldn't do any of that if he actually stood up to me. Yeah? You know, I can respect that, but no, he had to try and take me down a peg, try and take what was mine. And there he is, and maybe he knows something. Maybe he's in all this fucking shit. But then I remember I don't have time for this. I need to roll to keep it together to avoid doing something bad here.
Yeah, your right foot is on the gas pedal, revving as you're trying to keep it together.
And that's an 8, which I believe in this scenario would mean that, yes, I don't keep my jealousy in check. At all.
No, you don't. And I would like you to roll 2 d10s and tell me the result.
3.
Suddenly you hear a strange whispering sound, almost over the sound of you revving your gas pedal. And from out of nowhere, from the streets and the side streets, dogs run and leap. They are coming in from the sides, and they are furious and angry. Some of them have leashes, almost all of them have leashes on them that had just fled from their owners just to come here. You feel that in this moment, whatever you wish for them to do, they will do that.
The dogs. Dogs of the street. He's no better than a dog. Yeah. Sick him. Just... You know, don't kill him, just bring him back down. Bring him back down!
And they overwhelm him. You even hear a hissing cat as it lands down on the hood of your car, and it starts running towards them as well. And they all leap up. He's trying to run for a second, not really believing his eyes, but then they're on him and they wrestle him down, and they're biting him, holding him down, holding his arms and his legs. And you know what's going to happen. It's just what you want to happen. And you can smugly drive away to wherever you want to, if that's what you need. Your pulse is raising, and you feel an instinctive connection with all these beasts.
They respect me. They know I'm the king. They know. They know. And yeah, fuck you, mate. Don't worry. They won't kill you. Just maim you a little. After all, there's no lesson learnt if the people are dead. Killing's easy, but it's teaching lessons that's how you become a king. Yeah. And I drive off, and of course maybe that all just didn't actually happen, but I don't know. If it did happen, fuck you. Yeah, he won't be laughing now. No.
You saw that, Thea. You saw this. You saw that. You saw just. And you heard Sin growling and making strange sounds with his mouth as he was revving his engine and now takes off in full speed. You just turn behind you to see these dogs maim this person. What do you think, being slightly nervous already about what's been happening when you were walking?
I'm starting to lose track of what's real and what isn't. Maybe this was a mistake, but it feels so good. It feels so good. I saw that, though. What does it mean? I'll make sense of it later. For now, it's good that we're away from here. We need to get to where we're going. Yeah, just focus on that. Just focus on that. And just enjoy this ride.
You're going on high speed. You turn up on the US-1 to get ready to take the Harlem River Drive down. You want as little traffic as possible, and you're just going, racing quickly, and you have this feeling of having done this before together, but through a jungle, and it's like you can see the skyscrapers around you, and you remember almost the canopy of the intense growth surrounding you as you are running between leaves and trees, stalking something, chasing something, in a group, howling, shouting, and you lose 4 stability, Sin.
And I'm driving, and I feel this feeling, and it feels good. It feels good, yeah! Yes, that's right. I'm a hunter. I hunt things. And then I kind of find myself stopping at a red light, and then being a little confused, because, wait, what the fuck is going on? I need to focus. And I say, sorry for driving so fast. Yeah.
Oh, no. No, nothing to be sorry about. Just keep us safe, huh? It's, yeah. Wow, the city is beautiful, isn't it?
Pfft, beautiful city. Shit, it's all shit. You're right, you know. That's the thing about the city. You think it's all good and amazing, but it's actually rubbish. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should get out of here together. Yeah, well, after we kill this guy, we'll get out of here. Yeah. Yeah.
What, kill? Are we killing someone?
Of course we are. What? The guy wants to kill us, remember? We're gonna kill him first. That's how it works. If someone wants to actually come and kill you, you kill them. After teaching them a lesson, of course.
We can't put him in jail or something like that?
Jail? I generally laugh, finding that the most amusing thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and the light turns green and you start racing again, but feel free to continue the conversation.
Jail! Fire! Oh yeah, spooky jail. What's that gonna fucking do? Jail's just a fucking house where they put people for a couple of months and then you come out again and then it'll kill us.
I don't want him to kill us.
Exactly. You don't want that. No, don't you? Remember, I got this handled. I always handled it in the past. I'm gonna handle it again. You and me. Last night was a bit weird, but now it's all starting to make sense. This is how we get back.
Thea, you start to hum to yourself, feeling a bit nervous about this all talk of killing and hurting people. You never really, you didn't think you've hurt anyone. You'd like to think you haven't. And your hand just grasps for the handle that folds the seat, so you can just maybe lean back a bit and just take it a bit easy.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, just lean back and relax a little bit. I think I need that.
Laying down, you feel slowly reconnected. Slowly, you feel your hair. You feel your hair growing. Oh, that's a nice feeling. That's calming. You feel your hair crawling out of your scalp, transforming into serpentine, thin vines. You lie there still as your roots grow. They grow into the walls of the car and the floor, seeking nutrients beyond the steel, the concrete, the gasoline, the smells of oil, and whatever else this car has housed. Here in this car you are nothing but a dying tree, incapable of blossoming your most beautiful flowers. Oh, if only you could leave this place, this city, this people. It's like Sin says, that they don't care about you, and you don't care about them. They don't get you, what you are, what you can be. And you start to hear muffled bangs, sirens, construction sounds. It hurts. Your eyes open again. You feel like your head is tired and you feel heavy. and hungry. It's you should be getting near soon.
Yeah, I hope we'll be there soon. The city, it's starting to come back to me. What I really feel about it, how I really want to be as far away from this place as possible. The drugs kind of make it bearable. It even made it beautiful for a moment, but I see it for what it is now again. I want to get out of here.
So where do you drive now, Sin, as you start to get out of your adrenaline rush, and you see Thea is just taking a bit of time out. She doesn't get it. You're gonna have to take the lead on this.
Well, I always do. That's how that's what it means to be a king, to be a leader. You gotta take the lead. And again, I'm feeling a lot better now. Like almost myself again, but even more than that, because even myself, I used to constrain myself. I break every law there is, but I still acknowledged you can't break them all the time. And why the fuck not? Why the hell not? Why do you have to play by the rules of this concrete jungle? Concrete jungle, that's how I always used to call it, but it's not a jungle, it's just concrete. There are all jungles out there. But wait, we need to find the guy. Yeah, I'm heading to the fields, the Elysian Fields, there we go. I know the rough area of oak trees. Let's start heading in one of those places. Yeah, let's start driving to that part of town. And I slow down just a little, because cop cars need to avoid them for the moment. Yeah, but... Yeah.
You've gone just about 10 minutes or so. You just started this drive, really, and you're going past the South Bronx area, and you realize that, Thea's apartment is just around here, and Matthias should be probably waking up around now. You realize this too, Thea, as you kind of look up a bit and see where you are. What do you want to do with him?
Well, we need to make sure that he's alright. I mean, he's a valuable friend, and, I want to make sure that he's doing well. I still feel a little bit guilty about everything, so yeah, just hopefully he'll be feeling good, and he'll be able to head back home. That would be nice. I can't have him living in my loft forever. I need that space. It's for me and for the cats.
Yeah, we can just let him rest up. It's fine. Just, he'll be safe in your flat, whatever.
Yeah. Do you want to bring him along or not, Thea? It's not a big detour.
Let's bring him then. I mean, he might be able to tell us more about what's going on. If we can at least make sure that he's all right, So yeah, let's stop by.
Give a little growl of impatience. It's not what I wanted. That wasn't my plan. But for some reason, when Fia does it, I just start nodding and I do it. It's weird. Why does she tell me what to do and I don't care? I care when other people do it, but when she does it, it's like, fine. That's odd. Whatever. Okay, Fia. Yeah, sure. Okay, hurry up. Get in your flat and just get him. Quickly. Please.
Yeah, you're down in your car with the engine running. Thea, you get out of the car. It's nicer outside of the car. You feel the fresh air again. It's nicer. You're still definitely on your high. You're going to be on your high for quite a few hours. You'll be fine. And you make your familiar way up to the loft, and Matthias is there. He's just waking up, and he's scared, and he's looking gaunt as before. But he is happy to be taken along, and it doesn't take you too long to make sure the cats have some food and get him down back to the car, and he gets into the back seat. He looks a bit flustered, wearing one of your blankets because he didn't have any proper winter's clothes on him. It's just like he's preparing to die almost. But here he is, and you're all in the car, and you can start rolling again. And he's so weak, Sin. It's annoying, but it's what it is. Then speeding down the Harlem River Drive, which slowly goes over to the FDR Drive and heading further south in Manhattan, where Thea believes that you are supposed to go. You eventually reach Chinatown, and you think that it's somewhere around here, Thea. It's definitely somewhere around here. You should get out and find it.
It's around here somewhere. We should stop and we should get out, and then we're gonna find it. We're gonna find the Elysian Fields.
Good, alright. I just nod, get out the car, and then look to Matthias and say, you can stay in the car, you know, buddy, if you just wanna, I don't know, do car stuff.
Yeah. Sure. I don't care. I'm a bit hungry though, if you want to get something.
Sure.
I roll my eyes a little, but then when Thea says sure, I just go along with it again, just like, okay, just get him some food.
Let's say as you get out, and you see the street winding around you, even down by the old slip, it's nice again. You see the buildings, you see a bit of vines going up the sides of them, and feel like there's still a presence of nature around here. People try to drive it away, and then they try to bring it back artificially. It's nice. It's cozy almost, with the walls around you. And you set down your foot, and again you hear this echoing sound around you, and it's somehow nicer here. Yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to stomp the ground really, really hard.
I'll do that. I mean, that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. Just stomp.
And you stomp and you jump around, and the ground slowly cracks, and small seedlings are coming out, and you are welcoming them up, and as you do one of your biggest jumps and land down, there's a big cracking sound as the pavement just gives way, and a huge tree just shoots up into the sky, and it's like no one else is noticing this. But Sin, you do. And to you, the ground shakes, and you're almost bowled over by what is happening. You have to grab hold of your car. You can feel smells more intense. There is this trunk of tree just shooting out of the ground. It's moving. It's like an elevator just going upwards and upwards and upwards. And it's like the buildings bow to it, and it pierces straight through them. And then it stops. And you see a huge skyscraper just leaning over, the redwood tree having pierced straight through it, up through the sky, and small pieces of bricks and plaster is kind of landing around you. And you too, Thea, you see what you've brought out of the ground, and it's a marvel. Even Matthias is looking out of the doors of the car and looking up at this, and it's all just soft and silent, and people just walk around it. They just walk on the sides of it, and cars have to maneuver around it as if they're just something that is in the way that they need to go by.
I just move towards it. I want to be closer to it.
And what do you do, Sin?
I look confused at all the other people just not paying attention to it, but I can see it, and I just don't know what's going on. What the fuck's going on? But there's a redwood tree here now. Wait, does that mean we're here? What? Fear... Is Elysian Fields here, then? What? And I'm just like, what the fuck did you do, Thea? What the fuck did you do? Did you see that? Like, how the fuck did you do that?
I don't know, but this is it. And I begin moving closer to it, and I'm looking around for the Elysian Fields. I mean, it must be here then. It must be right around here.
And Matthias is following you as well, and he's just stood by the tree for a bit and just touches it, as do you, and you're all a bit safer, a bit welcome around here, but at the same time, you can't avoid the feeling that this is only happening because something is drawing closer. And you see the side street now, Thea. You see, that's kind of where you went down. It should be down in there to Stone Street, something, yeah.
Yeah, right down there, just down the Stone Street. That's where it is. We're almost there. And I begin moving in that direction.
Yeah, you loosen the grip of the tree and you move down. There are cats mingling about. There's a bit of trash out. And it's still early morning. As you see it from the exterior, it's nothing but a rusted metal door wedged between an X-rated cinema and a liquor store. Atop the door, the Elysian Fields is spray-painted in elaborate letters. Most people do not seem to see it, just like the tree, and they just walk past. There it is, a rusty door in the middle of nowhere.
I open the door.
I turn to Matthias, give him a slap on the shoulder and say, "See? Here we are. Right, okay, we'll get you something to eat, and you gotta stop pulling your weight, Matthias. Look at you, you used to be better than this, and you're slagging behind, okay?"
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be helpful. I just feel like it's, I just know that I'm next, you know. It's like really fucking upsetting.
No, you ain't gonna be next, cause now it's gonna be different. This time we get him. All three of us, we're gonna be the ones winning this war, this fight. But it needs to be team effort, yeah? You're backup, Thea's on the sidelines, and I'm of course the leader.
As you open the door, you are met with a sound wall, almost, if there is such a thing. You just hear loud doom metal being played, and there's a stair down, in kind of concrete hall. Heavy, unpleasant fumes of indistinct origins, tinted with sweat and beer, mixed in an eye-stinging fog. Burning tobacco is what greets you as you enter a dimly lit basement room. It's bigger than you thought. It's not like it's a casino hall or anything, but there are several kind of areas. There's of course the bar with stools, and there's round tables around, and a few booths, and also a bunch of, not looking too clean, quite filthy bean bags, where people are lounging about, drinking beer, chatting, some just staring at their phones. There's quite a lot of people in here for being an early morning. It's quite crowded, and it's a weird bunch. All look haggard and pale, like they're on something, or not really happy with their existence. Dressed in all kind of manners of clothing. It's eccentric, but browns and greys, and some in business outfits, but everything is crumpled and smells. It's a very strange place. What are your scores of perception?
I have a +3.
Oh, wow.
I have a +0.
Well, yeah, this is what you see then, Santiago. But Thea, you see some of them, well, some of their clothes are like, they're splattered with blood. There's a person that turns around and looks at you, quite hostile. It looks like a woman, has an open wound in her forehead. And she's sitting across from a pale businessman whose leg is twisted up around his shoulder and is resting on his arm. And among the beanbags, there's a group of similarly dressed people, all in green jumpsuits and wearing small pointy hats made out of bark and a red little feather in them. They look around at you and they show their teeth.
This is all getting too weird. I try to ignore them. They can't be real. I mean, no, they can't be real. Where's the old man? Where is he?
Yeah, you walk in, start maneuvering around the place. Sin, you also feel a bit of hostility. Does any of you have a particular intuition score?
I have a +1.
Me too.
Well, you have a vague feeling that you're being eyed, and that's, well, you probably don't really belong here. You're not sure why, because you're also with a quite rough crowd, usually. There's just something wrong. And you find the table. You're pretty sure that this is his table. It's here in one of the corners, far end of the corner. You had to kind of maneuver past the bean bags and some of the round tables and through this haze of smoke that just hangs around the place. You can smell heroin being smoked, other familiar substances, and but there's no one there. There's no one there, and you can see the bartender looking over at your place, out towards where you are standing.
Well, if he's not here, maybe the man will know. Maybe bartender will know. I'll head over there. The old man, the one who's always here. That's his table, right? Where is he?
Yeah, you have to scream over the blasts of doom metal, stoner doom metal, and the bartender is an obese man in his 50s with a large swollen bruise on his head. It looks like it's almost buckled in. He starts talking. Yes, you know about the grey man. He is usually at that place. I saw you in here a few months ago, I think.
Yeah, I met him. I want to talk to him again. He's very interesting.
He comes there every night, just before midnight. And then he leaves close to dawn. You'll have to wait a few hours. Why don't you have a look at the drink list? And he hands over a list, and as you both look at it, you can see that everything is there. Everything that you want, you know. It's the finer drinks, there's the trashy drinks, and everything is about half price of what it usually is. Sin, you are brought back to the days of when you could just get everything. You just get that table and you could have whatever you want. Even with the scraps that you have left now, well, you still have a couple of $100 and probably more stashed away in other places. You could easily buy a round for the bar or get yourself something that you enjoy.
I could. I normally wouldn't, but today I'm feeling, why the fuck not? I'm reminded of how I used to be, so fuck it, I'll say, hey, there you go, Matthias, what are you gonna drink? Come on, let's have a drink while we're here, get in the mood.
He shrugs and he points at something, which he gets. It's some kind of tequila, and he gets it and he starts sipping, and it's a very small bill that you get for the things that you order.
Yeah, I order a rum for myself, rum and coke, nice simple drink, and I drink it and I say, okay, to Thea, cool, we wait here and you'll find this man. He's gonna tell us what to do next. Brilliant. Nice and simple.
I sip on my red wine. Yeah, it'll be fine. And I'm starting, I guess, to feel the effect of both the drugs starting to mix together in wondrous and unexpected ways.
Yes, it's a good cocktail to be had. And you go back to that little table then in the corner, which is vacant, and wait for him there. As you sit down, you feel the newspaper articles and the, cases crinkle up in your back pockets, Sin. So you spread them out on the table. You have a little chance to look at this if you would like to. In here, who knows what you could get.
I suppose I could show him to Matthias. I say, here you go, Matthias, here's our man, here's the people he's hunting. See if you can see anything, because, I don't know, he's killing stupid folk, and he kidnapped this woman, and they're all in this area. But none of it tells me where he actually is. That's the shitty thing. Unless you can see something.
And let's say you sit down with this for a bit. Unless, what would you like to do? Because now you have essentially a whole day here. You realize you could either stay at this place. You could probably get something to eat as well, or whatever you want to do. If there's anything else that you want to look at. Otherwise, you can investigate this.
Nah, I'll order some food if this place does food for Matthias, so he shuts up, and I'll try and relax. This is all part of the plan, and okay, fine, I'll look over these goddamn documents. Again, most of it means nothing to me. I don't care about these people this guy's killed. That's their fault. But this man, I need to find him and a weakness or a place that maybe he's been seen a few times so that we can hunt him. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to hunt him. Yeah, that's how I roll.
Alright, and what about you, Thea? What would you like to do?
I'm just trying to keep an eye out for the man, make sure that we don't miss him, and I'm just kind of in my own head, and enjoying the rest of the high and the atmosphere in here. I think I see quite a lot of different things here, and it's a lot of impressions.
Yeah, you do. You do see a lot of things. And you're sitting there and quietly in the darkness, you look around at all these people. A lot of them are throwing dirty glances at you as the time passes, and you slowly, unconsciously almost rub your legs, and you feel so muscular and warm. You're irradiating warmth, and you feel the multiple scars that are hiding beneath your fur. And Sin, why don't you roll for investigate, if you would like to. You can see Matthias is kind of throwing himself over the police reports now that he has something more to dig up, because he is the one that's tried to make leads of the newspaper articles before. And I'm going to give you a plus 1 for his help.
I roll a 12 thanks to that help.
Alright, well that means that this is going to take quite some time. You're really trying to piece this together. But, well, the food is not great. The drinks are much better, but it starts to fill you up and you start to feel more on it again. You look through the 3 police reports, compare them to the articles. One of them, the perpetrator jumped out of the window onto the parking lot 3 floors below. He's been seen by witnesses, describing him as a tall white man, with long hair and beard. And despite being described as covered in blood, he disappeared into the night, leaving no trail behind. The police didn't find anything on the scenes. Some of the spilled blood in the Winger family murder, clearly the most brutal one, with one 12-year-old and one 8-year-old child being murdered along with Mason Winger. Some of the spilled blood on the floor seems to have been removed by the murderer. It's like it's been soaked up or drained since missing from the crime scene. There's a grainy picture of a security camera showing a tall, muscular man with long hair and beard entering the building at 10:54 p.m. And then a witness has described seeing the man leaving with a woman behind her, identified as a Nancy Winger, who walks obediently behind him. She believes to be kidnapped or somehow forced to do this act. They also interrupted the third assault, and they saw this tall, long-haired man fleeing the scene. Yes, this is what you find. Forensic evidence has tied the same perpetrator to all cases, and the descriptions are the same, considered very dangerous. He is possibly holding this Nancy Winger hostage, and is believed to have been spotted 2 times, except for the one near your car. What do you want to ask about all this information?
Well, it's going to take some time, but I need to assess my gut. What is my gut feeling about this? After all, I'm a fucking criminal. I know how these things work. I'm not a serial killer, okay? Yeah, I've killed a few people, but that's to teach a lesson. Most of the time I just harm people, because you can't actually just kill everyone. I wish you could. Deep down, I've always wished you could, but you can't. No, this place has rules. And so, evidence trails. The police are hunting for you, so how the fuck is this guy going around all these locations, jumping out windows, and then no one sees him at all? Like that? No. There's only so many places you can hide. That's what I want. My gut feeling. What possible places could he be hiding out during the day? How could he be getting away so quickly from each crime scene? What am I feeling?
Your feeling brings you slowly back to that vision you had with Matthias and Thea in the park, and how you were assaulted in different lifetimes by this huge towering shadow, whirling red leaves around it. It's almost, that was not a man. That was almost like something moving and attacking. And then if you try to combine this hurts in your brain, these old memories with what you currently have in your own mind, you're trying to see this in a way that makes sense now. And it's like I'd like you to roll for repressed memories.
That's actually a 14, -2.
You see him sitting in a treetop in front of you. You, your sister are nearby, a few more people around. No, not people. Beings, the things that you are, the things that you really are. And you see how it just melds with a tree, how his skin forms into bark, and how he moves into areas unseen. And you all kind of do this as you're waiting for the prey to start walking the path below you. And what else does this disadvantage bring with it when you roll a half success?
I'm going to need to keep it together as I begin remembering this feeling. It comes back like it did before when I saw that guy on the street, just the desire to just get out of here and hunt, to tear off my clothes and just be who I really am, who I'm remembering I am. But then I remembered, no, I need to focus. I need to focus. I grip the table and I try and keep it together. 15. I just made it despite my stress.
You are coming back to the place in the bar. You are shaking, gripping the table. And the big question that just hits your mind and that you're left with this investigation, you look at Matthias and you both say it at the same time. Why the fuck did he take Nancy Winger? You just both say it at the same time, and then it's almost like a bit of silence. Why didn't he kill her? Why would he kills everything, man? What would he possibly do with a hostage?
I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? He took this hostage, but then doesn't the report say it doesn't look like he took the hostage? That's police assuming. You know, police fucking assume everything. Oh, it's a hostage situation. Oh, it's a terrorist situation. But they never fucking have a clue. It says she was seen just with him.
Yeah, walking obediently behind him. That's what it says. That's what the witness said. I mean, like, do you know her? Is that someone he's gonna use for you? I don't know who the fuck Nancy Winger is.
I'm pretty sure I don't know who Nancy Winger is, right?
No, you don't. There's nothing at all.
Maybe
Lower Manhattan. You can see the address.
Maybe she knows who it is. Maybe they're linked somehow, or she's a relative, or she's the reason he's found us. Yeah. And you know what? He might be hiding, but hiding two people, that's a different story. Maybe we could track this. Well, I suppose tracking her down is the same as tracking this motherfucker down.
Yeah, and you were once again reminded of this feeling, looking at the different murders. You were reminded of the one of Michael Vincent, the one that you somehow experienced and saw. What if you could do that with the other ones as well somehow?
Maybe. I have an idea. I look around me, for a moment feeling cautious, but then I remember that this place seems to be filled with fucking weirdos, so maybe I don't need to be so cautious. I'm just gonna take my knife out from my jacket, carefully, and just prick my thumb. Just the little tip of my thumb. You know, I don't want to slip my hand. That actually gets messy real quick after all. But just puncture the thumb and feel that pain. And as I feel the pain, I want to look at one of those reports again. Because this is all completely fucked up. But maybe this is the world. Maybe really, actually, that's how the world works. You do weird magic shit. I don't know. Let's try.
And you start taking your knife out. You start doing just that, pricking your thumb. Thea, you are so restless. Oh, you're so restless. Gonna have to wait. How long are you gonna stay here? Oh, people are looking at you, and they look fucked up. There's nasty people here. There's people you don't wanna see them. It's like, oh, you almost wanna shut your eyes and go la la la, and you look away, and then on one of the beanbags, you see someone you know. You see that head from behind. You've seen that. You've walked. You've danced with the back of that head. It's long hair hanging down. You just know them.
Who are they?
You start moving out of the little booth and go over and Sin, you're in your world with the investigation. Matthias is trying to get it too, trying to understand. He's on you too. He's like, yeah, we need to do something to induce this to happen. And you're walking out of the booth, Thea, and you start to see the face from the side. About 6 months ago, you met Keisha, a young teenage girl that lived on the streets of New York. She always got herself into trouble, and you tried to help her and guide her. Thea, you were also with her when she died. She overdosed on fentanyl inside a subway tunnel where you had spent the night. You dragged her to the exit, called an ambulance, but when they arrived, Keisha was already dead. And now she's sitting here at the bar in a beanbag, and you see her eyes wide, staring at her phone, scrolling through TikTok videos, and she looks high as a kite. And then she sees you, and she looks at you. Oh, hey, girl. Hey.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're all right, I say.
Yes, and let's roll to keep it together as well.
That's an 8.
All right. She is there, and she is somehow not really there. I would like you to roll a straight D20 roll, please.
15.
You see your hand in front of you, and you point at her, wanting to say the words that she's dead, and then you see your fingers and your hand kind of dissolve like a shadow, and then come back again, and then dissolve, and again, and it catches your attention as you hold up your palm in front of you, and you see her through it. You see her through it, and she is looking so happy to see you, and she says, "Hey, you know what, girl? Let me pay you back. Hang on." And you are lost in this vision, as well as seeing her and hearing her, and she rummages something from her purse, and it's a little pack of something that looks brown. And let's lower your stability with 2, which is always interesting for a broken archetype.
Yes. Taking me to anxious.
Yes. And what do you do?
I begin backing away. No, you're not. I mean, I'm happy that you're all right, but you're not supposed to be all right.
You should take this. It's called Black Kisses. It's amazing. And I'd like you also now to roll for Addict. as you're being offered something at face value. See if you can resist taking this.
That is an 11.
You feel your existence almost flicker as you are torn between two places here. You had some great times together. There are many ways to, maybe not explain why she's here, but the memories are real. You remember the times you had, and that could be something great, probably, that she has. It looks really interesting. Maybe you could just hold on to it.
Sure, yeah. I'll just take this, and then I again begin backing off.
Ooh, yeah, take it. Good to see you, girl. I gotta show you some vids later, okay? And she goes back to the beanbag and keeps looking on TikTok. And you get this little bag, and just opening it, which you can't resist. It's strange smelling, but definitely heroin. And you bring it back to the table, where Sin, you're trying to prick yourself. You're trying to work yourself into some kind of state. It's not really working, and then she comes back with this little bag. And Matthias looks up and, holy shit, where did you get that?
Keisha, whose dad gave it to me.
Okay. Hey, man, I don't think it's gonna work. And it doesn't, Sin. It's not taking you anywhere. Prickling your finger, it doesn't give you the rush, the shock that you think you need. You need another state of mind.
God fucking damn it. I look at what she brings over. Some sort of cocaine or heroin, I don't know. They all look the same to me.
It's too brown to be cocaine. You know it's heroin.
Fine. Fucking drugs. They make you weak. They make you stupid. It's poison running through your veins, but maybe that's what I need right now. I just snatch the bag off you, fiancé. Just give me some of that, and again, and then throw the rest away, because you don't fucking need it. I need it.
Yeah, hey, sure, take it.
So, Matthias is already rummaging through a fanny pack that he has around his waist, and it doesn't take him too long to produce what's needed. And you see someone coming out of the toilet, Thea, with a broken syringe, running over to another group of people saying, "Hey, look what I found, let's try it." And people are taking all kinds of substances in here, so whatever you decide to do, it's not like anyone's gonna care.
Yeah, it's just a personal piece of annoyance, because this stuff makes you weak. This is what's making Matthias and Thea stupid and weak. You don't need this. You need actual strength. It doesn't come from a needle. It comes from working out and being healthy and being king. But fine, for the moment I need this shit. Just gonna take some now, find this guy, murder him, and then I'm gonna get them both off the fucking drugs. Because look at Matthias. Look at him shaking with excitement. I even say, dude, we're only taking this for a reason, yeah, not for fucking fun.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? You always take this for a fucking reason. And he starts making little packages that he's gonna heat up so you can start just inhaling it.
Okay, hurry up, get it ready.
Yeah, and he does. With quite deft fingers. He's less shaky doing this than anything else that he's doing in his life. And doesn't take too long before sitting there with a lighter, heating it up and getting some of those vapors into your nose as you're trying to look into the scene of Nancy Winger and what went down. Blood sprays across your face, taking you out of whatever you were having for kind of reveries. You stumble backward and you drop your laptop. The man that was your husband has had his throat ripped out, and now he gurgles on the floor in front of your feet. Lifeblood spilling out. A live shadow is in your home. A terrible, dark shadow.
Elysian.
Elysian, the shadow says, and you remember who you were. You throw yourself at his feet. You show submission. The air is so filled with fear that you can't breathe.
I will kill your younglings. Then you will follow me.
The shadow says, and walks towards the room where the children are sleeping. You are so thankful to be spared, and still you are weeping for your children. In desperation and comfort, you kneel down and you start to lick the floor and drink from your husband's blood that has spilled all over. You feel how you swell up. You're soaking it in, and you start to become your old self. And that's what you see before you're torn back into the haze of the bar again.
I stagger back a little and clear my throat, trying to wave away some of the wafts still coming from the heroin as I breathed it in. I don't want any more. And I try and remember the name. Elysian. Come on, what does that mean? That means something. That must mean something. She's like us. That's who she is, right? She's one of us. Maybe.
And you're briefly in that picture again. You remember, no, you're not in it. You don't get drawn into it. You remember there sitting with all of you around you, your father melting into the tree, and Elysian is there as one of them. It's one of them. And you see an almost sponge-like humanoid creature. It's dripping with blood, and it soaks it back in again. It's a strange, malformed monster, and it's looking with awe and admiration upon your father. But you remember them. You used to hunt with them. You were together, and you were friends once.
Did you see that? Thea, did you see that? That's who she's Elysian. You know, Elysian, and maybe we can find her. Maybe we can smell her or something. I don't know. You come up with an idea.
You remember as well. You remember Elysian. Now that he says it, the way he says it, the way his eyes look, the way the air slowly distorts itself when he talks, and you again feel how you are flickering a little bit back and forth in existence. And you see this too. You see her kind of turning into almost a shadow-like being for a second, and then coming back again, Sin. And it's like everything is slightly out of order, but that feels strangely familiar to you as well. Just like how you told those dogs what to do. So, Thea, you remember them. You would hunt together in the untamed wilderness, collect colorful insects and weird flowers, play inside the dry carcasses of long-dead titans. You've slept in each other's arms. You've killed creatures in one united sweeps and danced together to the songs of creation. And you remember the songs. You remember how you used to sing and how you used to praise your father for being the king on the throne and the sacrifices that you did for him. And to your right on the floor you see a puddle form, like a purple bit of a lake. And this is like I was seeing into a vision, like a hole, and there are fishes swimming down there in the hole in the floor next to you.
I look at them.
Yes, they are moving back and forth. You see your hand reach down to touch the water, your fingers that end in curved claws. And it's like you're in this strange family here. It's like this absurd little meeting together like you're all stuck in a meeting of addicts while you're just waiting for the grey man to come.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we played the 2022 Cultimist scenario, Together Unto Death, for Cult Divinity Lost. Cult Divinity Lost is published by our friends at Helmgast, who have also kindly sponsored the series. The music was made by Atrium Carceri, featuring a number of collaborations with other artists, and was used with permission from their label, Cryochamber. Check out their website at cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for some moody dark ambient. We'd like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia, Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Bob Lange, Julián, Cameron, Xabier, and Antxon for their generous support. And we'd of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult Divinity Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as the champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you again for listening, and remember, death is only the beginning.